Well, you're in the kitchen with Alvita, and I'm going to be cooking a couple of dishes today for our cookbook, Home for the Holidays, King Family Legacy. And you may have already heard that we're working on King Family Kitchens and the King's Table, and those are going to be opportunities for you to hear more about the King Family Legacy, the family of Daddy King and Mama King, that's Martin Luther King Sr. and Alberta Williams King, and their children, Christine King Ferris, Martin Luther King Jr., Alfred Daniel Williams King, my daddy, A.D., and then each of their children, and I'm A.D.'s and Naomi's oldest child, and it goes kind of on and on and on. We've been on television a little bit with some of our recipes over time, and it's a lot of fun. But you're in my actual kitchen today. You see a note on the microwave. You see kitchen rules over there. Clean up after yourself, love each other, make food that tastes good, etc., etc. Got a lot of my spices out. I do have cabinets and places that I can put the spices, but when I'm cooking, I need to grab things. And so that's just a little bit of Gigi's or Alvita's kitchen. You call me, my grandkids, some of my grandkids call me Granny, and some call me Gigi. I've got a grill getting hot over on the stove in a cast iron pan because we're going to do my blue cheese burgers. So I've got some fresh ground burger meat here, and I'm going to put blue cheese in it and some of my spices. Now here's a little tip from our kitchen. You can do everything from scratch if you're ambitious, and sometimes I do. You might hear in the background because the stove is so hot, the fan just came on, so I hope you can still hear me. But today I'm going to do a combination of scratch, homemade, and pre-mixed ingredients. So that means I may not chop all my onions and chives today and everything that I use. And I've got a smoky seasoning that I love to use all the time. A little Worcestershire sauce, a little olive oil spray. I have actually just pulled some salmon out that is layered between fresh pineapple. You see a fresh pineapple behind that, and the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, and peace, one of my cooking scriptures, because we want everything to be delicious. I did some roasted parsnips a little earlier, and there's a pan of them back there too. And so we talk about pairings, different things that you want to serve with your food. I've got my little teapot there, and let all that you do be done with love, and that's out of 1 Corinthians 13, inspired there. I've got some organic ground beef there and some blue cheese. So I'm gonna cook a little bit of it. I can't quite figure out how to get me film myself doing this. I imagine I could, but we're not gonna try to do that right now. But I will talk you through this recipe. And once I mix the beef with the seasonings and the blue cheese, I'm going to put it over on the hot griddle, and I'll make sure that I take a picture of that for you when it comes out of the oven. It'll still be in that cast iron pan that's been well seasoned, cooked with seasoned with oil, and cooked to make that crusty finish that makes food so good. Of course, my pantry is behind me over there. I think the door is closed right now, which is just as well. You don't want to see it. So anyway, cook along with me for this particular burger. It's these blue cheese burgers, and cooking in Gigi's kitchen or Granny's kitchen or Evangelist Alvita King's kitchen. Glad to see you today, and let's do some cooking right quick. So here we are. And as I say, I'm using some prepared garlic and onions and things right now, but sometimes I chop my garlic up, and you might know that technique of taking the garlic clove and smashing it a little bit and chopping it up. That's really delicious, but if you're a quick cook or if you're real busy like we can be sometimes, then you also might want to use some things that are already prepared. So I'm going to sprinkle a little garlic in here, little onion, chopped garlic, chopped onion, little smoky seasoning that I use, and sometimes I use also my various herbs out on my garden, on my deck garden, oregano, sage, various things out there. I've got some lemongrass out there. It's pretty good too. My grandchildren, often every year we get together and plant things out on the deck garden. Worcestershire sauce. If you're adventurous, you can make some. If not, you can just kind of buy some. And there's a combination. You can do scratch. My mom, Naomi, is a shake and pour cook. So you can do it from scratch, or you can do a combination of it. My little granddaughter is here with me in the kitchen today, and sometimes she helps cook off. You know, I've got a section in there. Kids cook too, and kids are great cooks as well. So you can have your grandkids come on in the kitchen with you, or your children, depending on how old you are or how young you are, depending on how you want to say it. So I mix my blue cheese right into the burger. And this is fresh ground organic blue cheese. We do a lot of organic food in our kitchen, and some of us are shy of gluten, or shy of chicken, or shy of what you call nightshades, and that's tomatoes and bell peppers and eggplant and all that kind of thing. So a lot of the recipes in this particular book will not include those ingredients, but most of our ingredients, like you could make a turkey blue cheeseburger really well, or a lamb blue cheeseburger. That's really good. We've done those and they taste good. So you go ahead and mix your ingredients real well. I want to put a little more smoky seasoning in here, because sometimes I like the taste of smoke in the food, and we don't always have time to fire up the grill. But now we have a whole section in the book on grilling, and in our family everybody can grill. Some do better than others, but we can all grill. I'm spraying just a touch of olive oil in here because this is the very lean beef, and I do want to be able to turn it in the pan. So this is just a little tip on getting your burgers ready. I'm going to make these into patties and slip them over onto the grill. I'll take a picture of that, and I want you to just know that if you take a little time and put love into your meal, your family's going to love it. You'll enjoy it. You might want to do cookbooks or something. Share recipes with your friends. There's so much you can do with this. But hospitality even is part of Christianity. Cooking and enjoying meals, sharing with the least of these people. Sometimes we can just kind of cook and take things to people who say, hey, my check's a little short this month. How you doing? I say, well, come on over to dinner. Or why don't I cook and bring you something? Some people have done that for me along the way as well. So anyway, from Gigi's Kitchen, this is how you get that blue cheeseburger ready. Then you get it, pick it up, form it into your burgers. Make the thick burgers or the thin ones, or the big ones or the small ones. It's just to your preference and your taste. Use all fresh scratch ingredients or a combination of things that you can shake and pour, and just enjoy your kitchen, enjoy your family, love the Lord. Thank God for everything that we're able to have and do. So we're going to get some of these over on that hot grill, and I'll include a picture for you to see how it is when it's done. Enjoy. Bon appetit.